All right, Shalom, Israel. All right, Shalom, Israel. All right, we are the Isupk out of 1 West 126th Street, New York, under commanding General Yohana. I'm Prison Officer Yakak, just holding down. Until the next mighty priest come to hold on the service, this class tonight. All right, as you know, tonight is the Brotherhood class, which is extremely important in terms of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? In that brotherhood is something paramount so that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can survive together. You understand? We were mandated by the Most High, you understand, by rules and laws and commandments that the Most High gave to us, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, so that we can be able to what? Love each other, understand each other, and to be able to create a society that is so strong that there are no external forces that will be able to come and shake it and or destroy it. So as you can see, going through this period of time, going through this season where Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are under attack, right? We have always been under attack, but there have always been like waves. There would be a high, and then there would be a low. There would be a high, and then there would be a low. And there were different times and seasons where different groups of our brothers and sisters were being attacked. At a point in time, our Haitian brothers were being attacked. You understand, especially when they're trying to go into the US. As you know, the mission to Acuna, which was, you know, a very excellent and important mission. You understand, that was groundbreaking by itself. You understand, that mission was for our Haitian brothers. You understand, who was at that point in time at the Mexican borders, you understand, under the oppression, you understand, of the so-called white man at that point in time. Now we have the season here with our so-called Mexicans, you understand, so-called Ishikarites, you understand, we have so-called Venezuelans, there's all our brothers who are from the South American mainland, you understand, trying to come into, you know, America to try to get a better life, only because our so-called oppressor is the ones who upset and destroy our land in the first place. You understand? The so-called clandestine agencies go into South America, create coups, create gangs, and then they use these criminal gangs now to push drugs and guns into these neighborhoods, force these brothers and sisters to go into criminal activity. You understand? So you either join the gang or you die, or you are against it. You understand? You can't even plant food. You understand? It's more important for them to plant drugs than to even plant food, which is even criminal by itself. So we've seen constantly that so-called Blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Indians are under the gun, under the knife, under everything under the sun to try to survive in this society. Now, we see here yet again another attack for our brothers and sisters, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. No one is spared, right? When it comes to the so-called deportation orders, ICE, when I start coming on every corner, breaking into every home that our so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian brothers are, dragging them out, locking them up, abusing them. You understand? Even those who are so-called American citizens, they are known. Once you are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you are a target. So don't feel I am a so-called American, Black American to be more specific. I'm born American. That doesn't mean that you will not be discriminated against. That doesn't mean that they wouldn't break down your door and violate you and your family, violate your wife, violate your children, just like what they did in Chicago. And they will do in all these other places where predominantly Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people are. You understand? And it's about time right now that we are to what? Come together. And Commanding General Yohana talk about it. He actually spoke about it because why? he said there will come a time where that one of the only way that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will come together is why? Through under oppression. You understand? Because when these enemies come and they start to encircle us, we'll have no one else to depend than ourselves. We'll get to realize that the so-called Mexican is our brother, so-called Venezuelan is our brother, and the so-called Native Indian man is our brother, so-called Caribbean man is our brother. Because we are the ones that are on that side. No other group. You're not seeing the so-called Chinese being deported. You're not seeing the so-called Albanians. You're not seeing the Russians getting deported. You're not seeing all these other groups. You're not seeing East Indians getting deported. You're not seeing Africans getting deported. You understand? And we had to know that we are not Africans. Don't be fooled. Don't be, you understand, bamboozled into believing that you are a stinking African. You understand? We are not Africans. Africans are a different tribe, a different group of people. You understand? They have dark skin like us, yes, but we are not of the same family. We are not of the same bloodline, which is absolutely important. Because all these other groups understand bloodline. They know who they are. They say, well, I is Irish, I is German, I is this, I is that. They understand lineage, how important that is. But yet, when it comes to us, it's not important for us. Or they deem it not important to us. And the main cause of that is what? Christianity. And not only Christianity, it's the black Christianity. Not white Christianity. White Christianity is absolutely different to so-called black Christianity. Both of them are corrupt. Both of them does not help us. But you have to understand there's a stark difference in worldview from a white Christian and of a black Christian. A black Christian will think of, God forgave everybody, and you shall not judge, and the Lord will have vengeance. Not a white Christian. A white Christian believe in vengeance, and they believe in it now. And they believe in it so much that they believe that they will be the ones to execute it. Vengeance and judgment. They understand turn the other cheek. Not as how you understand it. You understand? They have it in an absolutely different way. They believe in divine destiny, that they were destined to be on top. Their ideology and philosophy of Christianity comes nowhere close to so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American Christianity. And that type of Christianity that black, Hispanic, and Native Indian have is absolutely detrimental to us. It is that Christianity that has kept us in slavery, mentally and physically. It is that Christianity that has had us in the jails, full all the prison cells. That type of Christianity is causing our so-called oppressors to continue to abuse us. Because when we are supposed to be able to defend ourselves, when we are supposed to be able to hold them accountable, you know what we do? We do like Botham Jean. Understand? Brother, you understand? After this white devil executed him, you would do what? Come and hug you up and say, no, we forgive you. The judge would come off, the black judge would come off the podium to hug this white killer. You understand? Who destroyed one of our brothers, lying down in his house eating ice cream. And yet still, Christianity will make us docile and make us not have compassion for our brothers and sisters, not even for our own family, after they were blatantly destroyed, after they were blatantly, you understand, taken apart by these devils. But yet still, you understand, we want to, continue to worship white Christianity. But we here in the ISUPK under Commanding General has the cure for Christianity. You understand? And that cure is what we call our Black Revolution. And I say Black Revolution not in like how you have the Black Panthers and all this kind of these so-called organizations. Because those organizations do not have structure. Those organizations do not have the truth. But we in the ISUPK under Commanding General, we have the truth. because we have the truth, you understand, we understand how to raise brothers, how to raise sisters. But we don't sell drugs to each other, we don't murder, we don't steal, understand, we don't join with other groups. These are the things that we have to understand. Blacks, Spanish, and Native Indians in the Isupk under Commanding General did. So like I said, with that, I'll pass the class on to Priest and Officer Shah.
Right? So again, tonight, again, we will be speaking about, what society put women as pastors and things, right? And disobeying the Mosaic laws and things, right? And, a lot of free talk is going around stating that women, men lose their place in society. So they're saying that, okay, yeah, we understand that men is pastors and things, right? But again, all this is free talk, gossip and things, I think that really don't make sense and things, right? Because again, all the Mosaic laws is to keep on things, right? So again, when I do tell them that again, it's not supposed to be having a woman pastor or a woman they turn around and say men lose the place in society and they go ahead. Then after now, they don't realize the danger they put in themselves in, right? And even with the relationship with the husband, and all to the same way again. When I go and watch the scriptures, there's nothing in the scriptures stating that a woman could teach the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And right, even from the Old Testament to the New Testament and all to right, you go see this and all to right. Again, there's no scripture to show that again that a woman could be a pastor, a woman could be a priest, and right. But you see again now in the scriptures that that have the duties where they could hold on certain spot in the church and right. So we'll just go into the scriptures and all that. Just to show that again things that are wrong we could do we can't do one thing like that. Hey, if you could sit down here, or you can't sit down here and things, right? So a lot of these things like the Muslim mosque and all these things again we don't know about, should be knowing about these things not set up by the Most High, right? So again we will just go into the scriptures. So give me 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 12.
Come. The book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence.
Right, and this is in the New Testament and also again, right? So when I like the Christian church, I like to come and say, hey, the laws and things done away with and thing, right? So that's a couple words into the verses and thing, right? And this is where the verses say, but I suffer not a woman to teach and thing, right? So when you go on thing now, you have a woman teaching you the Bible and all too, right? This way you have to know again, that woman is that disobedient woman and thing, right? A woman don't like God. And then no matter they're professing the God and they're talking about God and thing, whatever and thing, they're not doing the words of the Most High and thing, right? And thing to I have disobedient woman and thing. She not setting no standards at all. She's setting no standards for herself and she's not setting no standards for other women and thing, right? She's disobeying the Most High. And really and truly that what she is, a disobedient woman and thing, right? I'm going to take one and neither, but I suffer not a woman to teach on, nor to serve the authority over the man, right? Inside. When I go and watch this and all too, this is as long as they see this and all too, this will mention one or two. Same thing. You're going to congregation and thing, right? The church and thing, and you see, and that's why I should really be near your speaker and what two against, because this again now they are speaking, whether that be from the smallest of the laws to the biggest of the laws, the holy laws and them, right? And this way should be an all two again that when you go there now, you'll never see the ISPK having a woman teaching, have women in class and thing, right? The same thing, right? But you'll never see no classes, whether it be in Chicago, whether it be in Jamaica, whether it be in Trinidad, whether it be in England, and thing, you never see a woman teaching. You hear women voice, women in the classes asking questions and thing, right? Or you go see them maybe when we have the feast days, you go see them moving around and thing, right? In the, moving around, helping around, making sure everybody in the right order, eating and thing, sharing out and thing, but you will never see this. As long as you speak around, I have men, I have women, you're going to always see that the men teaching and thing, right? You will never see a woman teaching in your speaking and all too. And this is things that should be looking for the younger brothers and sisters and things, changing away from the Christian church again. But again, for them now to think realize it's a lie, the pushing and thing, right? So they're not going to move away from that. So all of a sudden now they just want to move away from women teaching, because they're realizing a place that even lies and thing, right? So again, this should be looking out. So don't matter you see like you're feeling like, hey, you know what, this woman is a good woman and thing, right? There's a person you can look up to now. I know nobody to be looking up to when you see a woman teaching the Musai laws and things, picking up that Bible and things. These things very dangerous, and when you go the scriptures and all, you're going to see how dangerous these things is again, right? So, the scriptures plain and simple. Suffer not to, a woman to teach, and neither to serve the authority over a man. And then I say, when you go and watch again, when you go in the churches and them, this is where you see now that they have to come out the Christian church. The same women there, you see in men there. But yet now, the woman and them over the men and things like that. And the same thing when you see now a lot of these Jehovah Witness and too, on the side of the road and things, and these men and them putting the woman out there, right? To be at the side of the streets, and these things very dangerous. And these women should really be home, taking care of the children, baking, making sure the husband okay, getting them the husband massage when they come home from work and all kind of thing. And these persons should be having not to pick up no Bible and go on the side of the road. Go ahead, officer. So,
yes, you know, the point on the teacher's point now, right? So it's just like my brothers and sisters, you know, and the reference say it's standing up, you know, in the congregation amongst, you know, people, you know, preaching and, you know, you actually doing yourself on the favor, right? So now we can teach, but not sure the teacher is there and you're leaving your home, you know, learn, teach your another home. So that other ways, other means that teaching. And again, the Christian church will watch this, or religion and our home will watch this and say, nah, that know what that means. Never say more want to teach. But to teach what? She's supposed to have all that. Because now when you used to do that or over you now, it's like you don't want to sit down in this, but you say no. And teach it rather than teach it sisters. You already have a basic teaching. Even you have to stay that
That's all right. So women at the and the old women at the really stay in the lane and know the position and thing and know the where they're about and thing like that. Again, is it not like, you know, we come into like, you know, the bash woman and thing like, but the woman had the position and thing like that. That is not a job for a woman and all too. So again, if you're saying you love the Mosai and thing, right? We're holding this position, really actually you hate the Mosai, because the Mosai don't say it already in the scriptures here again that a woman not supposed to be teaching, right? And neither still when the authority. So even when the men and all too again, when you see this happening and all too, they start to make a right thing and just turn back and think right, turn right back and all too again. And this is where again with the I speaking out, bringing out that whole truth again, right? About the whole scriptures, the truth, with knowledge, with culture, everything, right? It could be in other people's culture, but not blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. As long as there is an Israelite, cannot have a woman teaching you the laws, statutes, and commandments and the most side. I have jobs and things that they can do in the churches and all too. Again, that's like you never read about Hannah in the Bible and all too. You will see that she holds certain position and all, right? Anything that she bringing up the younger ones and things and showing them the way how to go about and thing, right? So again, they'll never find none of these things in the scripture, right? So give me John chapter 3 and verse 1.
Book of John, chapter 3, and verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Jesus by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from God, for no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except God be with him. Verse 3. Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God.
Right, when you go watch here now, this is this was scribes and Pharisees. This is people who knowing the knowledge of the Most High and thing, right? But yet now, something like it bothering them and thing like that. They couldn't wait till the person couldn't wait till daytime and all too. And this is a man more or less again now. You couldn't wait till daytime, right? And he wanted to see Christ and thing, right? So let's imagine now that it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the night or something, or 1 o'clock in the morning and thing, right? That you have to something urgent and thing like that. And this is what's happening sometimes with the job that are peaceful and thing, right? Sometimes we really don't have no time for no time for yourself. It's all about the Most High and it's all about the nation and thing, right? And now you picturing this this person now having an urgent matter, and now you having a woman priest, a woman pastor, 11 o'clock in the night, and you have to go to sheep and thing, right? You really feel that woman priest really going to come out to see a man 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the night and thing too? That mindset going on and think different and all too again. More or less again, somebody you don't even know and all too. And this is the important sometimes the picking up a job and all too. And people just feel like, when they pick up being a priest or a pastor, they just feel like, hey, this is just about the people that's congregating at a certain time when you're in the building and thing, right? And that is not so and all too, because even being a priest and all too, there are jobs outside of the building. Then they go and check the priest and then they be out in the streets preaching and thing, right? There are the jobs outside, and they going all about again. That's how you see Christ moving all over the place and thing like that. And these are sometimes out there just again that men and the whole that you don't know what demons certain men have. You got drug addicts and them. You have reaper men and them, and seeing a woman again now. That's what the scripture say. And the woman in Peter say the woman is a weaker link and thing like woman not able to fight with men. Might have one or two again, might put up a fight with men, but even several women can put up a fight with a man and all too. Like that's a outer order woman and all too again, right? That you want to go and fight with a man and all too. That is something that's off and all too again, right? You should be looking to go over the people over here and giving counsel about this situation and all too again. So let's imagine that this was Christ here now, this woman now being a pastor and thing. You really think that this woman will really be coming out 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning to see that person and all too, and this is how dangerous this job is and all too again. I know the Christian church will make you feel like and that's how the Christian church is and thing, right? They just the Christian pastors they just operate in that time span, and just wait for you the next Saturday, the next Sunday, take your tithes and they don't see you again no time in the week. And when I watch Christ here now, Christ operating right through the week and thing. You're operating in the morning, you're operating in night time and all to and thing. And this is the way it is and thing. He's serving the Most High. He's sacrificing himself. He ain't about no sleeping and thing like that. Here we went on to go on to say, right? Where to go straight? Again.
We'll continue.
Yeah, same
No
John
problem.
chapter 3, verse 3.
Verse 3. The book of John, chapter 3 and verse 3. Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God.
Right, and this is again now talking about the like they baptism here again, right? They're not talking about a man born in twice in the life and thing, right? This is hey, the most like Christ now you've been a newborn baby again, and the easiest way to for somebody to learn is just like how a baby is doing thing. You're putting that spirit back, on you again like a baby and thing, right? And picking up back up that thing. So again, wherever you learn, this is what Christ then you know again, hey, forget where you learn and thing, right? Come here right now and you just listen and thing like that. Same thing when we come into this woman. All these women and them, but I hear a woman pass that job right now and thing like because again you're nothing according to the Messiah. And all these women and men going to church and you're having a woman pastor and thing drop out. You need to drop out from there. You need to find your place, find the right place to teach you the Messiah law, statutes, and commandments. And this is why I always tell people the Isupk again. They're not adding, they're not taking away. This is just plain out truth. The talking. And then right again, I think you need to come out from the Christian church, right? Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 34. So you run through some basic scriptures here, showing again that women not supposed to be teaching, right?
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 34. Let your women keep silent in the church. Salakia, let your women keep silent in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law.
This directed again just for women and just in the scriptures again, just let your woman keep silent in the churches, but it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, right? As also saith the law. And when you go and watch it, that's what you're saying before again, right? When you go and watch a woman again in the thing, that's what you're saying again, a woman who will not give job with that disobedient woman, right? But again, when you go in the scripture, it's not saying that a woman cannot ask a question in the Bible, not like no dummy, like a dummy, right? Where you see sometimes when you go on thing, you will see like what happened when it happened with the scribes and Pharisees and like this as doctors I know what I see happening is like they're asking Christ certain questions and things, right? But they're not debating it like how men go be debating something in the verses and things. That's how the woman did like what the woman not supposed to be doing. Like hey, I don't think it's that and thing whatever and thing. They're not supposed to be debating like hey, that's a question and thing. You're not sure about the question. This is what they do thing. You go back you go and ask your husband home, right? Well, let your husband now come and ask the question for you, and now he will bring it to the knowledge when he get in his school and thing, right? But going in the Christian church and again, like debating with the pastors and all too, this is know what the women and them not supposed to be doing. So when they say like thing, they're like, hey, they could ask a question. The women could ask the questions and thing, but at the same time, they're not supposed to be like, hey, debating the priests and them and thing, right? You know, like no, they say again, like the question just go, there's see something here, and they will say, well, hey, yeah, you have to stay, you have to stay quiet. That's why you stay in the scriptures here and things. You know, we're not seeing again, right? They're seeing that hey, you can ask a question, but you're not supposed to be debating questions with the priests and the prophets and them and things, right? So all these things again, you will always see, hey, 1 Corinthians 14, besides, you see nothing more them being teachers, it's directed to them that the woman should be silent and thing, right? Hey, if you understand something, go and ask your husband. Go to verse 35.
Count. Verse 35. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church.
And then it's a shame for the woman to speak in the church. So go and ask your husband, say, they don't understand it, and then go and look at the debate with the go on look at the debate with the priest and them, right? They want that spirit again. And this is what woman should always have that feminine spirit and thing, not like when they go and watch some women in D and think some women in D. and think they have that spirit. They're fighting with the husband, they're fighting with men in the streets, they're fighting all over. And thing like, hey, that's what you see, like no order. That's where the society push it. WWF, women joining up with fight with men, the Christian church woman pastor, now the army, women again coming up against men and all these things, and these things are just dangerous things against society pushing, and these things again is not of the most high. That a woman again being having authority over a man, a woman preaching and thing, all these things again, these things in the scriptures, clean and simple. I think I have many more that to show again. I think as we keep on going along, I think First Corinthians, we see it here again. Woman now again supposed to be silent. She's not supposed to be having that debate and thing. When she understands something, okay, I understand something. I'm going to ask my husband. And my husband, if he think I'm going like he going to ask the question, you know, he come back now and bring the knowledge to me. And thing like that. This is where you go see right through again. So again, men and women can have you cannot have a woman pastor. And then you cannot have a woman priest again. This is just a disobedient woman. This is just a woman having a demon and she and all do the same way again, right? Just about money. It's not about the most side. It's about yourself, right? Then we go to Matthew chapter 10.
Come. Verse 1, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
The book of Matthew chapter 10 and verse 1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Now, the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbesos, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him.
Right, now when you go in Matthew chapter 10 and verse 1, this is again now these were the men again was following Christ and also again, and this is again the men Christ teach the Lord's statutes and commandments again that they'll go out and all and teach again. So that's how that's what Christ was taught. The same way again, Christ was been taught the Lord. Now Christ bringing the Lord to all these disciples and them, so them to go out and teach the Most High Lord's statutes and commandments, and they will not see a woman there. These were not women. No. Again, now in the white man society, again, right now, you're seeing women having men names, and also again say like it have certain names like Judy. I think both men and women carrying it and all to the same way and thing, right? But nevertheless, and all to again, all these men and them here in Matthew chapter 10, coming down the line, you see James, you see Peter, you see Andrew, you see John, Bartholomew, Thomas, Matthew, James, right? Simon, Judas, they were all men and all two against it. That's like when the Most High set up, Christ is following the same order. Who sent Christ? The Most High sent Christ. And again, Christ in disobeying the Most High. And all two. And that's what you're looking for again. No, you have to carry out the Most High work. You have to get men to carry out the Most High work. And this is what it is and all two again. You'll never see again that the woman and them was again teaching and all two again. So who and if the woman them say not love Christ and all two, I know some women say my loving Jesus. Who tell me about my Jesus and all kind of thing, and I love my Jesus and all kind of thing, right? When if you love your Jesus, you'll never pick up that Bible and teach the Lord's statutes and commandments of the Most High. You will never pick up that Bible and go and sit down and let a woman teach you the Lord's statutes and commandments and all too. So put a woman in a place and say, hey, by reading I read in 1 Corinthians chapter 14 that hey, a woman cannot teach and thing, right? I read in this verse and thing, and this should be telling you, Pastor, hey, you need to put on that Bible, you need to find another job and all too, right? Again, all these scriptures will continue to show again, right, that a woman not supposed to be teaching the Bible, right? Give me Exodus chapter 18 and verse 25.
Can. The book of Exodus, chapter 18 and verse 25. And Moses chose able men out of all Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens.
Right, and this is Moses again, right? So everybody again know Moses and also again, another man, again the Mosai, when it's Mosai work and also, and when you go and watch Moses again, this is what Moses do. Moses then gather the officers, different officers, we see here hundreds, that officers are 50s, and things like officers are thousands. They never see none of these thing mark up women. Yeah. They say able men. And also again, right, when you could carry the work, right, and obey the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments, and right. When you go on what you say, you're not seeing nothing about you're not seeing nothing about women. And also again, you'll never see it, right? That again, that a woman, she could be a priest, a woman could be a pastor. This is what society pushes, right? This is what the oppressor push, right? Pushes and think that a woman and a man is on the same level. But when reality, in a tough time, you'll see something different and thing, right? But again, when you go in the scripture, you'll never see nothing stating that a woman could be a priest or a pastor. And that's why Moses say, able men, Moses go and carry out. Hey, make these men a 50 to control this amount. Make this men a 1,000 to control this amount of people here. Make these men a 100 to control this amount of people here. And also again, right? I would never see nothing but a woman being a pastor, right? So let me go to Leviticus chapter 15.
Okay. The book of Leviticus, chapter 15 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When any man hath a running issue out of his flesh, because of his issue he is unclean.
Right? So hold on. So again, when you go and watch here now, this is Moses and thing, right? Speaking on the first let you know that who is speaking to the children of Israel, and again the Christian prophets again are the Most High always black men and thing, right? We see him today, you see now a Chinese to be a priest and prophet. You see the East Indians to be a priest and prophet, right? You see the Caucasian them to be a priest and prophet. You see the Africans and them to be priest and prophets and things like that. That is not so according to the Bible and things like that. That's what the thing is here, the nation of Israel. Nobody else and things, right? So let me go to Leviticus, same verse. Let me go to Leviticus 15 and verse 19 now.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 15 and verse 19. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue is in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean till evening.
Right. And this is again now one of the things that show that again that a woman could never be a pastor and all too again, right? So you being a pastor and all too, and you're coming into the congregation and all too, and this is what the scripture is saying here now, that a woman and she monthlies, right? And when you go and check a woman and she monthlies, whether it be she have it for 1 day, she unclean for 7 days, right? So whether it be, I know the thing about it, some women have different days and thing, right? So whether it be 3 days till 7 days, she unclean for and thing, right? So now this is the most thing is that now she unclean for 7 days. How it is that a woman, I know sometime during the month here, a woman's going to be on 3 monthlies and thing, right? So again, so somebody's going to be shut down, right? So now you being a pastor at the church and thing, right? Who going and see about the church and thing, right? The church going and shut down and thing, right? And shutting down a church for a week. That is a big thing and all too, right? That again people coming if they want to know about the Mosai and thing like that. For once, that's what the Mosai say unclean. So you ain't going on thing and this is what's going on. A lot of these women again having them monthly. And it is coming, these women pastors them is coming in the congregation. But nevertheless, again, it can't happen in the ISPK. But again, the ISPK holds the Mosai laws, statutes, and commandments and thing, right? So again, we don't already know that hey, a woman can never teach the law, statutes, and commandments. Even this is one of the matters why, and also again, because of the cycle, what is the habit that again 7 days are unclean for, and even sometimes when they go in the scriptures again, will show that again that even when if the woman and them even passes the 7 days now, they're unclean for another 7 days. So some women might run through 14 days and all too. So you know, imagine now the church shutting down for 14 days and all too again. Everybody now going to look to go somewhere else and all to again, right? Because again, if you're a fool in this woman or fool in this and all to, you stay here, you love the most side. But yet now, how you going to do this job now and this happening to you and all to again, right? And that's all. Again, that's how we say that disobedient woman. She do this, she unclean, she come in and she touching people. Because again, when they go and watch this now, again, you know, a lot of greetings will be taking place in the congregation and all too again, right? So just like how we brothers and them here and all too again. And sometimes something unclean. The priest and the prophets and them they will stay away from the building and thing, right? They will stay away then when hey, something happened and they realize the unclean they will not come and all to right that they will hold that position and respect the most high laws, statutes, and commandments. And again, you will see these things taking place here again, right? That hey, these pastors and them, these women pastors, they're really off and all to again, right? And tell yourself, really ask them, hey, if they're really doing this and if they're really doing this and that's the story and all to one, you're not supposed to be doing that. And now you're seeing something, that hey, if they're really upholding this now, they should be missing out sometime here during the month and thing, but they see them every day of the month you see them. So something off here again to another show again. Hey, what the most I set up doing self-questioning and all too again, right? That the real science, man. And thing, right? That the real uphold of the Lord and thing, right? That the real righteousness and all too, right? So let me go to and there's just to show something again now when coming to these Jehovah Witness and all right. So let me go to Leviticus 19 and verse 26. Same time to again these disobedient Jehovah Witnesses and them, right, women and them, they should be really finding the place speaking and thing, right? Maybe going and make groceries, making sure the house stock up with groceries. Hey, talking to the husband and then letting them know, hey, I to make market. Let me come together. What you doing? You gave me 500, I putting up 1,000, whatever it is, or you handling this bill, you should be focusing on your household and right instead of now being inside the road and doing and you trying to do the most I work and maybe you're not even trying to do the most I work, you're doing the devil work and all really doing and all too. So women being outside the road, you Jehovah Witness and all you're saying that you're really doing the most I work, you're really doing the devil work and all too, right? But again, the most I never set up women to preach and all too, right? So give me Leviticus 19 and verse 26, right?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 26. Ye shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantment, nor observe times.
Right, and again, now, what is going to do about this and right? With all of that, with all something that is going around that. So sometimes people sick and thing, right? And they need blood and all too, right? This is the most I was saying. So again, because again now these something a lot of these women and things, they make a lot of people die sometimes when they're sick and also again, right? And they're not listening to the positions and them, right? And this is what the Most High said. The Most High said honor the positions and them, right? And when you go to the positions and them, up till now, you never get in that position telling you that hey, they can't give somebody blood and thing, right? What they do now, they do the checks and all kind of thing. You'll see that they'll run through somebody maybe a tattoos and thing. They'll tell you, hey, now you can't get blood. And then I thought, no, this is what's happening here again, right? This is what I said, don't eat anything with blood. Because what the blood they do, that the blood is in life. That is carry everything. Just like HIV, and all to go do all the checks and all to again, right? So when you do somebody do tattoos and all to, hey, that blood, this person blood at this time here, you can't get a body blood. But now what happened there? That ink coming in that person and will transfer to the it will transfer to the next, right? And they will take these purses and think this and say that hey, you know what? You can't get somebody blood. And this is what the Most High was saying, hey, don't eat anything with blood. And you know how we eat blood? Like pudding. Right? This is something that is make out of blood and a lot of people love pudding and all too. And this is what the Most High was talking about and thing, right? That hey, you're taking blood and making cuisines and things with it, right? And getting it, but no, we're not supposed to be doing that and thing, right? And even when even serve with the lawful meat and all, when you go through like the Passover and thing, you will see that you know you're going through all these steps to the Most High, you're getting all the seasoning, you're washing out all the meat, all the blood out of the meat, everything. And then after you season up the meat and thing, and then after it has certain things like when you go to sacrifice unto the Most High, you will see certain things with baking, with barbecuing with meat. We barbecuing with meat, everything and in that order and thing like that. Again, this is not like hey, compared to these other nations and all too when we eating meat with blood and all kind of thing when it and all to even the lawful meat and all we still cleaning that meat and all to the same way. But this is the most I was talking about, the actually taking blood and making things out of it and putting it in your body. So when you go and watch like people now, you're going to watch people now, they want to take blood. Like what them Jehovah's Witnesses say that, hey, if somebody's sick, you can't get them blood and thing, right? No. You could get somebody, but there's no law in the Bible stating that you can't get somebody blood. So when there's no law, there's no sin and thing, right? And that is just what it is. Sin is the transgression of the law. There's nothing in the Bible stating that a man cannot get somebody blood. And that's what the Most High say. Just like the physicians that I'm working through the Most High. So the physicians tell you that hey, you can't get blood at this time. Think to the person that way they say hey, you could get blood, that way it is and thing. But you know making a law for blood and thing and not in the scriptures again. And this is what we tell this is why we say again this is that dangerous this is that dangerous job for women and things to it. And there's so much life they take, these women and them take. From actually when somebody loved one that could have really give them blood and save that person's life and all through again. And we're going to watch you out there. The person died and the born. But why? They disobey the Most High laws, they run through the scriptures, they have fake prophets, fake pastors and them, and they run through the scriptures and your loved one born. And that time they could have saved you, that time they could have saved your brother, they could have saved your sister. And because now in this congregation here, and things going to start up a life, you lost your loved one, something like that. This is what again now the Jehovah's Witness and them is claiming people's life and things out here at the side of the road, at the side of the streets and then when they should really be home, making sure the children are home lesson done from school and thing, right? Making sure the husband bag packed and then ready to go to work the next day. And making sure them okay and all to have that to go to work, not going to work. And when they come from work, the first thing you want to go and do at the side of the road is to go and pick up a Bible and run down people and harass people and passing out flyers and things and then after now get them in a congregation and destroying their life and things like that, destroying the loved ones. And the Jehovah's Witness women destroy a lot of people's loved ones today. But they could have been with them with that chance. And just saying that hey, even if they get the blood, the 50-50 that hey, they survive it, or they didn't survive it, but not naturally killing people and telling people that you cannot you cannot give blood to you cannot give somebody blood. And this is what the Jehovah Witnesses and them does. And thing, right? And when you go in the scriptures, these things not in the scriptures, right? They're not there. And thing, right? So again, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians they need to come out the Christian church, come out the Church of Christ, come out the Seventh-day Adventist Church, come out the Jehovah Witness, come out the Baptist, come out the Pentecostal, the Anglican, come out from all of them again, because again, that's why you're watching your mind. Just watch that simple thing like, hey, nothing, and you realize, hey, yeah, a loved one could just die from you from the Jehovah Witness and all too. And every one of these oppressors churches is set up. And when you go and watch you slavery, that's what they do. After slavery, that's the seminary Christian church set up all these different churches with the thing and how we segregated right through. And not knowing who we is as a people, not knowing as an Israelite, not knowing that Christ is a black man, again, not knowing that the Most High is your power, and then is your defense, and then when you see it happening to we right through, when you go in the scriptures, everybody are in the military and think, but we military is the Most High, and then the Christian church will never let you do that. All the fights and battles we fight was always the Most High fighting we battles, and right? And they know, and thing, right? But nevertheless, they're all about the pocket. All about the pocket. They do not care for you Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And thing, right? All about your pocket. Read. And things. So again, when you go and watch this and thing, come out the Christian church, come out them Jehovah Witness and them and thing, right? A lot of disobedient women are in them in there and all too again, right? All them Baptist mother this and mother that and all too again, and they want to play the best dancing and all kind of thing. Where go in Marshall Montana and dance and think go come and dance in the Christian church and mother this and mother that and we're dancing and do no kind of thing. Dancing is for Queen's Park Savannah and Skinner's Park Savannah and thing, or stuff like that. And all to come out the Christian church and thing, right? Jehovah Witness, Baptist, all come out the Christian church. That's not making nothing to the about mother this and mother that and or spiritual and or you can send this for somebody and all these things destroying black people. And again when you go to the livelihood of this and all too, like this whole thing about phobia and all too again, everything that's have a dangerous part of women that's being in this question. One, the Jehovah Witness and them, they tell you that you can't give somebody blood, your loved one, and your loved one gone. And then after when you check yourself, you to blame because again you listen there and then listen to Musa, you didn't go in the scriptures. Now the next thing with them Baptists and all too, the Baptist women are playing mother this, mother that. Them is the best spiritual woman and thing. But up now again, the people them now you can send all kind of spirit for you. You want to send spirit Putin, you want to send no spirit for Putin, you want to send no spirit for what the president is right now? Trump, you want to send no spirit for Trump and all kind of thing, right? But somehow when you get to, you can send spirit for somebody they get to, or some and tell them, hey, these are spiritual, but when in the scriptures let you know, as long as they pass away and then your body goes to the ground, your spirit goes to the Most High. So again, they're showing how disobedient and all these women and them is in these Christian churches, the Baptist, the Jehovah Witness, how dangerous it is. And then now your mindset is now you getting old, your belief and all that. Hey, somebody could send something to you. And something go wrong, yeah, somebody send something for you. Because why? In that Christian church, somebody send a blue for you, somebody send this for you and all to again. And not knowing that in the scriptures, they you know that the Most High, that's how you say, I make evil, I heal, I move, and thing, right? I put madness upon people and all these things in the scriptures. But somehow or the other, you believe in these women in the Christian church, these spiritual women, whether this, whether that, and this, however, and not knowing that. When these things happen to these people, is the Most High doing it, and they're not understanding that thing. When somebody going mad and think, is the Most High doing this thing? I think these things in the scriptures, you're going to Deuteronomy 28 ago, to see that the Most High put astonishments and things like, hey, you're wandering around the place and things like you're going mad, you're going crazy. These things in these things in the scriptures and things, right? Most I say do evil. You want to know, well, hey, how what going on with your son and what going on with your daughter and all these things happening to them, how the soul and things like that, not knowing that the most I do, they get wound and also again, and then after you look at the blame, this person you fall out with and they're gonna do this for a long time girlfriend and she leave and she then after yourself, yeah, she do my husband something, and my husband leave man, she go on with she put something in my husband food, and my husband food and he go on and he leave man out there, and all these things and them are not checking yourself and not checking the scriptures, and this is how dangerous again. He said the Christian church is again that hey, you have to come out from this. All these mothers and then or you need to drop that and come to the ISPK. That no mother in the that no mother with the Musai. It are no Jehovah Witness sisters with the Musai and thing, right? One thing the Musai have for these sisters and the thing is there is principles and they should either listen to the husband or they listen to the father and thing, right? And obey the Lord's statutes and commandments and thing, right? And that way it is out here and things. So again, we need to come out the Christian church and things like these things are very dangerous for we women and them, right? No matter if you see a woman being nothing and seeing hey, yeah, she have a nice spirit, don't know that that spirit is just a demon. And again, any given time that demon could affect you and thing, right? Any given time. Don't feel like because she put on a nice dress and thing, right? She cover up she head and thing, right? And not doing she not grounded by who? She was grounded by the oppressors and them, right? But again, when they go and watch your oppressors, these are the people set up the Christian churches and them and thing, right? These churches not set up by the Mosai. Your Pentecostal, your Catholic, your Seventh-day Adventist, these are all the oppressors. These are all Caucasian people set up the founders of all these churches and them, right? And again, you want to go in something that the people enslave you and then give you that. That's like what sister said, don't give me no white God and thing, right? They can't tell me anything and thing like that. This you should be spreading, you should be having it in your head that hey, wait now, how I go in these people and when I go and watch now, but these same people then enslave me and I go and listen to these people and them. They should be like, hey, you should be like thinking one time now, but I need to come out from here. And when I go and watch now, all these people and them, all these churches set up by the oppressor, the same people enslave us and thing, right? And that's why we have to check the reality, right? And thing, right? Need to come out the Christian church, these women and them, where need to come out.
Yes, yeah. Even as well, they would point out the road reference that both sides or this one gives the authority, right? So I expect that the Lord will tell he put everything in place, right? So you would always reach to that point where you will have a decision to make. And if you would see counsel, now the decision that you would make, you determine if you're walking after in the spirit of the Lord or if you're walking after your own desire, which is the elements or things that was created, right? Because everything that the Lord created was good. So most of the time, again, religion around, right, with all the that true name of the Lord. Of the Lord, any good father will always follow things in place. So now you in accordance with the instructions. Now the chances are you failing is very low. If you're not walking in accordance with the instruction that is given, with the chances that you failing is very low, very high by not following these instructions. That's why most of the time, or very simple, majority of the time, when we do now, we have to put against our body is not we do now from these instructions, we have say all these verses to come on the word already that we know. And this is their blessed verses. So if we do now from these instructions, maybe do that. We did that overall, that would be as a child growing up, you will ask questions. But if you decide that you move away from asking that, they use many examples in the so that it is important for us to remember that Lord is our Father, and any good Father will always continue things. So, religion will always try to play the Lord. But we understand the Lord already put things in place for us. What He has put in place for us, instructions. So, we put in place to deliver these instructions that He wanted in their name as ourselves. To do what? To teach about that He wanted in their name as ourselves. To teach all women, teach this family as well. That instructions that are laid before us. If you are here today, don't try to do like say, don't really want to fail with your and say, for your ego. Because when you put something in place, for you to move away from that ego, which is what? Just like the putting on the one. So you run it and see what they belong as the name of the Sunday, Pentecostal Baptist, which are Christ, as a woman. Now, your point in I'd say the use of that authority is strikes. So we see where the Lord instructed, I say, family pastors, instructed men to be that head or that head to bow. From the time you move away from your head, now they, I would say that now all opportunities that I mentioned before, they are a demon in them. They are all authority to flex them all over until I say also. Mainly the ISP. After I know the teacher, a commander generally, and I'm mainly for straight up the okay, who will what, we check it. And then we these people love the this is why I tell them and show them the downfall.
That's the right over so up there, all right. So again, we're going to watch this again. We have to obey the Most High Lord certain commandments. You can never go wrong. Not keeping the Most High Lord certain commandments. Always going to be right keeping it. And also again, right? So both sides, all black people, you can never go wrong. You can never go wrong keeping the Most High Lord certain commandments. And you can always go right keeping it. You can always go right keeping it. It's like, hot and cold and thing like that. You just be and ultimately in keeping it, this we're looking for problems. Plenty problems, just like how we Spanish brothers and them the state, right? Tribal Asha and thing, right? Plenty problems you're looking for. You have to keep the Lord certain commandments and not to. And again, women, they have to come out the Christian church and thing like that. Again, this will be in there, not having no order. They having the authority over the woman, and not even like when you're watching nothing on to canally, it's like you're seeing the woman teaching you there, over the thing like having there, or really and truly and not to canally, it's like you're not even realizing that hey, you're being disobedient to even your husband who, and even if you're anything wrong, you're putting on a spirit that hey, you feel you can talk to every man. That's like how that's how that Christian, that woman pastor talking and not to again. You feel like, hey, yeah, we're done. You could have that choice to talk to both women and men and things like anyhow, one thing like that. Not doing it, you have a certain way again, a woman to carry out yourself talking to somebody in that order, and even with even talking to men and not you're not doing that, hey, it really is a disobedient woman, or again, that's as you say again, that woman being a pastor, that demon, that woman thing, right? And that's why again now, the ISPK again is like, they're so right, but yet so hated and all too again. When you go to the thing, it's like, hey, we're not teaching for the likeness of the congregation and thing, right? We're teaching for the Mosai and thing, right? And this is where Mosai sit to obey him and to fear him and thing, right? And this is what the way they do and thing, right? We're not teaching for the congregation to like me and say, hey, I really like my pastor because my pastor is teaching me things now that I have to refrain from and thing, right? Think that you know you're doing wrong, and then he's telling you that hey, you should be doing that, you should be dropping this as fast as possible. And thing, right? And they say again now, again, we always tell people again that hey, you have to follow the Lord's statutes and commandments and right. And just way back when you go and watch the Jehovah's Witness and also again, there's very often they're on a life a lot of people in the world today will could have be with their families and what to they never find no scriptures in the Bible stating that a person cannot give somebody blood just to save the life and all to again, right? But we can find in Bible is John chapter 15 and verse 15.
John. The book of John, chapter 15 and verse 13. Greater love had no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend.
Right, now what greater love that did that a man laid down his life for friends. To gain somebody blood is like you know like the day atonement, you know, that's like how we come off last week, right? That you know when we do the atonement, and that's why we're not Muslims and that's why I say that Muslims and all these imposters, the fake and also again want to go through all kind of 30 days fast and for 30 day fast or 12 hours fast and all kind of thing now. And thing I do the real deal and thing I come to the ISUP can keep it 24 hours fast and then don't try to keep the fast to the most I set up and what they're doing and thing these fake religions and them and thing right, fake schools and them right. Always want to teach again from the most and now we have to come out from there and want to again, right? So we go and watch now. That's like you say, like you know the day atonement when something important to you. When you go and watch the day atonement, they tell you like, hey, things are really important here. You're going without it for a long period. And then right? So water good for you, there's no drinking water for 24 hours. No eating and meat. You know, meat and then you have plenty of protein in your body, you need to push it for the day, all the energy. Eggs, fishes and what kind of thing like that. Even some of the fruits and all, there's a certain amount of protein and all to the same way again, right? And the boost your body need and all too again, right? And your foods and all do the same way. And you know, this is the most I say. None of that. None of that for the rest of the day. You have to keep the atonement, you have to, right? You have to sacrifice yourself. It's like, you know, Christ sacrificed himself to keep the Lord's statutes and commandments. Yeah. A lot of these things again to show. And the same thing now, again, when it comes to blood. Blood is a risky thing that again if you get if somebody losing blood and the pool just so the pressure could jump and all to again, right? It's not something like you know, it's like they cut off it here, they cut off it here and here they screw back and all and they screw back and you know like you know that is small thing and they know losing blood is something very important to your body and all to again, right? And this is the most I feel again that hey, what greater love that a man laid down life for his friend and all to again that hey, blood is something that you really need and things like that. You know, when somebody need blood and you take blood out of your body, that's to make sure that you can see a friend again that you know your way friend to build back up and then you have that bond and you're missing your friend. And this is really the scriptures thing in here, you know, having that spirit. So even with the physicians and what you know, you still try that you know your friend need blood. And you take that blood and you know it all up to you and the Most High again, right? And that's why we always say the positions and them working to the Most High and then I say, wonder what some of these things again, some accidents taking place, some gunshot wounds and some people getting certain gunshot wounds, some people get gunshot wounds and they survive, and some people get gunshot wounds and they go on, some people getting accidents. Some of the accidents they think, but wait now, that person survived that and some accidents so simple the person go on. And when you go and check the accidents, you and the Most High, but again, they still have to listen to the Most High priests and prophets, because again, that is the first in line of defense. And think, are you being in accordance with the Most High? You disobey the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments. That's like the brotherhood. And then the Most High tell you, you have love for your brother and your sister. And then, right, you disobey, you want to put violence on them. Now you have to go and face the judge. Now the judge will tell you, hey, you're going on. Now, for doing this, you're going to get 20 years in jail. And you got to listen to the prophet, what the prophet was saying. I think always the first line of defense is always the prophet. And then after now, you're reaching to the judges. And the same thing with your dietary law. And then, right, if you follow the dietary law, and then you will have to be going by the doctors and them, and then after the doctors are they say, hey, you know, it's the so-called that when the Most High don't set up the prophets and them to deal with that matter already. And things to the same way. So when you go into scripture here, this is the scripture say, what greater love a man lay down in life for his friend, and think that, hey, you have a friend, blood very important to your body. And you could do it, not have nothing seen that you can get somebody blood and die love. And heal, right? So again, when you go through things, there's nothing stating that somebody can get somebody blood out. But again, staying in the Christian church, staying in them Jehovah's Witness, staying in them Baptist church, and then this is what the problems that happen to you, that they start to go mad, they start to think that you're going on. Somebody doing something bad, that somebody send a spiritual blow to you, and then stay in them Christian church and them, all these mothers and them, and all these women leaders and them. Is the problem for Hampton and continue to disobey your husband leaving you for your friend and all kind of things. This will go happen to you right through and things to the same, because you see that you is a better woman than your friend and thing, right? And this will happen for right to continue being in them Christians and all these women and them. No order and thing, right? And this is all about order for the Most High. Give me Psalm 147. Verse 19.
The book. Psalms 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation.
Right. So he showed his word unto Jacob and his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. So again, for all the priests and the prophets of the world, the only people who could be priests and prophets of the world, and then right, whether it be Jamaica, England, United States, I think is the nation of Israel. So there is one part you have to know, and thing, right? That always going to be the nation of Israel. What you see happening here again is out of order, and thing, right? So that means again, anytime you have a Caucasian man being a priest, being a pastor, that is all for the Most High. Same thing when coming to these women, and a lot of these women, the same way now is picking up these habits just like these oppressors and them, right? Just like these other nations and them. So the men and them doing it now, and now they're leaving the women now to come and join. And what's happening right now? We're not doing any difference again. But why not in the right places teaching with the Lord's statutes and commandments and right? And now again in Trinidad and Tobago here, we have a lot of East Indians, women pastors and them, right? Them should be like, getting them should be following the God and thing, right? They're not about serving the Most High. They should be following the God and getting about, they don't have 2 hands, they should be getting about 4 hands. Are they down to the 2 hands? And let's move in that up and down and thing. And we people, yeah, let's come out from among them who come and they say that, hey, them is pastor, not to again. Because why? One, a woman cannot be a pastor, and then after they go on to the next pastor, I don't want to. East Indian can never teach a black man no laws starting the commandments and on to against. Like this order, like there's a demon you're listening to and on to the same way. So all these East Indian women pastors, them East Indian men pastors and on to the same way. The black Hispanics and Native Indians, you do it not and all too. And listen, that demon on you and that demon on them and all to the same way. And they need to come out from the Christian church and all too. It's putting in a lot of danger with the Most High and on to again. they have to come out. And the reason again for this and all too, is because the Christian pastors and the Christian leaders and the oppressor again hating you. Not don't want to know the not like your true identity and all too again. They're not telling you they walk around the place either same people, same black man walking around the place, either Jamaican, same black man, either Bajan, same black man, either English and thing right. And then thing about these other nations, no matter where they go, they know who they is and thing right. No matter what country they go, they know who they is and thing right. And this we have to come to reality and really face it here today. And thing like we go and watch it again, we go up 100, you know, which side the turn, who to look for, and this way I really actually, they really have the opportunity there. You don't follow the people and say, hey, them in cult and thing whatever, them crazy, them mad, them is racist. Everything you could just think about bad. I think that's why I should really be checking and all too again. So somebody could always be talking about yet now. When you go and watch all the interviews and then we go and watch all the interviews in the United States. So who they turn into? Commander General Hannah and thing, right? All these so-called big establishments. They haven't do interviews with these people and then just running nothing. But true knowledge and thing, when they come into that, they're going to always see the turn into Commander General Hannah and thing, right? And without even questioning anything, it's like, yeah, that's what you can't yourself question and Commanding General Hannah the same way as the same thing again too. And then when I'm talking about you questioning neither the same thing again, right? And thing like come into the truth, the poor man should we always say the thing, right? I speak the poor man in truth and thing, right? We ain't holding back, we ain't adding, we ain't taking and we ain't again. And all these Christian again, all these women and them, well, you need to come on the Christian church again. They're destroying you, they're destroying your children, they're destroying you and your husband and everybody else, you and your sisters and all to the same way again, right? That they just gave you pain being there. And all to right? You know, 1 Corinthians 11.
Book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ. Verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you.
Right, and this is Paul again, right? And he's saying talking to again, or say, hey, do you follow? You know, he's talking to my brothers and them again, right? So that's like how Paul follow Christ. Say, yeah, you follow me the same way and thing like that again. And who Christ obey? Christ obey the most side. And then right, and now you know, Paul again doing that same thing again. He see nothing off. He see nothing off what Christ was doing, and he following him. Everything the most high set up and he set up on the place that he doing. And when you go and watch it, just like the most high say, my laws are not grievous and thing, right? Wherever the most high set up it's very easy to keep. Again, why we not keeping it? Because again, wickedness, demons and we just want to destroy. And that's what demons they want to do, to destroy. And demons is not to make your life nice and loving and kind and all kind of thing, right? They to destroy you. And then right, and that way, again now being this Christian church where there's demons they got this they putting on you. And then right, no obedience. And then right, no love for your brother, no love for the most side. And then right. And then after he say, no, I pray you, brethren, that you remember me in all these things and keep the ordinances I delivered them unto you. Whoever you've been taught by Christ, now he's bringing it to you. The Lord starts his commandments, we heritage, the culture. I think you really care about yourself, the image a black man should be looking. And want to again, right? You know, whenever I watch a certain black man, you're like, hey, you know, we don't mark prepare it. It's easy to pinpoint me and say, yeah, but this is brothers from the ISP, we're not marking and thing, right? We're not see we don't lineups and all to the same way. We're not no tight pants, no skinny jeans, no skinny jeans and thing, right? Maybe in an order, you can tell, hey, now but these men are following something the way we talk. Like a breaks on my mouth. That's how the scripture say the tongue is a powerful thing. And then right, just like they're popular. We're going to watch a popular guy in a boat that's very small and thing, right? They go to open your mouth like how men open their mouth in the world and thing, right? Careful and the words we speak and thing, right? And thing we do things to lift people rather than don't break them down and thing, right? This is where I'm thinking like, you know, you have in that spirit again, right? Where's the verse 3?
Verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
Right, and this is the order coming down and what to say everybody in order. So Christ is in order with the Most High, and then like the Most High above everything here. And then right, so Christ are again not disobeying the Most High. And then right, and then the head of the man is Christ. And then I say, who check the week? Christ is checking where we go up and out to and get on. Who to check the woman when they go up? The man. Whether be she husband, whether be she father, whether be an uncle and things like this, these again now go be checking the woman and all to again. And when they go and watch it like in society, and all to again, always again that always no matter how woman try to they say that they don't need a man. Anything going off and all the check in society, you have to build a house, a man have to build a house and things to again. When coming to policing and all to again, always have to be some man there thinking with women fighting, they can't deal with that matter by themselves and all to again, right? And so many the child guy on in the home, she the still guy, no matter yet like they put that voice, but they hear that father voice, it's like, hey, look down. Nah, I just stop with it when they want time. That fear that's coming and all too. So you wanna go and watch like single homes and all too see. You know, they're gonna watch somebody single home. And that's why again the homes them really have a father and all too again, right? That that order there. You wanna go and watch in single homes and do like, they do the checkups and all too. Even the homes and with father, they always say that the fathers and all that the homes always better than the single mothers and the do the same way. So always that order always going to be right. So I know with things with fathers and all too, it's like if something go wrong, the first thing is always to correctly see and always find out how the situation went and thing compared to women always like that nursing scene and thing, right? Like I'm more catering, but fathers always had a correction thing about what happened, how this happened and so always trying to stop the situation from happening again. So it's always going to be different again. Thing, and a woman can never put on that spirit of a man, and a man can never put on that spirit of a woman. Thing, right? Everybody's going to know the place and all too. So though you have a woman like she know, hey, and they're like, just like I hear this and think, yeah, a man always having that spirit of correction. So you even try to put that spirit and you just feel like, hey, yeah, you know what? I go and try to correct something. It's a totally different thing. It was never they never like able to talk it that spirit of voice the man and all to be different and all to the same way and all to right. So again, everything we go and see with the Musa set up here, always in a order, always in a order. So if you follow this and all, you always know that hey, same thing when coming to women and all too, they cannot teach, they cannot be a pastor, they cannot be a priest, they cannot serve the authority over the man. And what we're seeing happening to Trinidad here right now, something really off and all too again. Now we are whenever I'm watching Trinidad, you have the president being you have a president being the woman, and have men here on the face of the earth. These things can never be happening on the face of the earth under the Most High. And all too again, right? And it's so records, it have records that to show you again Queen Sheba and all too. So we have Christine Kangaloo, the president of Trinidad and Tobago woman. We have Kamala Bissat, again, the prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago. We have the opposition leader, Parliament Beckles again, a woman again. And whenever what these things is just madness and chaos that's looking to take place and all too again, right? And if they really had the spirit and the knowledge of the Most High, then I never really be fighting for the job. They would have stand and say, hey, this is not a job for me. And once again, are we going what this year? Yeah. This is just chaos where you can take it. And you see it here right now. This woman bringing a lot of chaos in Trinidad and Tobago right now. And then I think so again, what our leaders set up, see that's breaking it in no time. And this is again what as the Most I said. He never observed a woman to have the authority over a man. That's why the read again, the woman head is the man. And again, we have to respect these things again. If you don't respect these things again, it comes like you hate the Most High. And these things are just a demon This is just a demon here. And you go what these women and them, they really have demons on them. And that's why the place where it is today. And then running so again, because why? Yeah, that's not about the move side and things like that. And again, we're going what you think it can never be right. And also again, off. A woman being a president, that off full 100. That can never be something right in the eyes of the most. Like when I go in the scriptures, even Queen Sheba and also again, she had run into country and she country end up in trouble. Same thing. When I go in the scriptures, she had to come to King Solomon. Now the Christian church do, the Christian church didn't say like, hey, the reason why Queen Sheba was she came to King Solomon and things like that, they say it was for pleasure. They then come and tell me truth and say, hey, you know what, she come to King Solomon for knowledge around the country. And they come and say, yeah, it's for pleasure. So now it's like, yeah, she travel all over the world. And so far, just to come and meet a man for pleasure and things and not reality. And that's what the Christian church is about. That's lies and deceit and gossip and deceit and things like that, and not bringing reality again that a woman should really be under a man and things like that. Not on that same level. But again, they will take everything in the Christian church, in the Bible, and twist it for their own likeness and not bring the reality right. And let's just show again that hey, even on this level and also again, this is not something for a woman. And see what happening this year and the bigger right now again, because of this year right now. And again, if you're really listening to the most high priests and prophets, these things again will never be taking place. And you know, we have been praises with we calling this woman Auntie Kamla and all kind of madness and all these looking up stupid names and all kind of thing like that. And this is not supposed to be that yeah, this woman here that war full 100. And if we should be doing this here right now, right? So again, we're going to watch this here. We should really be in the scriptures. We should be watching out for all these pastors and them, right? Isaiah chapter 30.
Book of Isaiah.
30 and verse 10.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 10. Which say to the seers, see not, and unto the prophets, prophesy not, unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
And this is what happening here again with when coming to the congregation and also again, right? Everybody loving the pastor and thing, right? Everybody loving the pastor and thing, right? And again the pastor loving them and thing, right? And not loving the Most High and thing, right? And plain and simple what the Most High say, if you love me, keep my commandments. And this is what they're saying here, and it's the scripture saying that this is no lie again that the Most High do any thinking of these people and them today, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and them. Again, that because strong in our church, we knowing that a woman not supposed to be teaching, and we're going to sit down there and we're going to stay there for hours, pay them tithes, pay them money, and see this is a lie, and just take lies and all to say, now you see that hey, that woman again, no integrity, and you and all no integrity in you. That they know that a woman not supposed to be teaching, and some or the other, they accept the reality, they accept the society that hey, a woman can be a pastor, and this is what it is a lie, and then after now what happened there, you accept that lie, now you accept the lie, what coming with these pastors and them. And that's how they're reading it and all too. We'll say to the seer, see not, and to the prophet, prophesy not unto us writings, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit, and thing, right? You don't want to hear nothing that, hey, you have to move away from that, hey, you know what, boy, let's go really quit me, and thing, right? Hey, boy, I had to stop eat this, boy, I had to stop do this, I had to stop see this, stop think about this and lime this place I used to lime with all them women naked and all these things and them. Nah, and thing, right? You want to hear, hey, it's okay, brother. And thing, right? Yeah. God love God hate the sin, but he love the sinner. And thing, this is the thing that they about going on in the Christian church and things. Smooth talk and thing, right? make you feel, yeah, boy, you know something, yeah, boy, you know what the pastor really saying is true and thing, right? And you hearing that and thing, you doing that work, but that smoothness and thing, how you talk, looking smooth, and then so you talking smooth, you saying, yeah, boy, I need to go nowhere and thing, right? My pastor love me and thing, right? And both women and men and thing, right? Full 100 and again, demons on them, and then demons coming on you again. But the same way again, you ain't looking for truth. And again, Musai warning me, and he's showing warning here. He's showing warning for your right here with your pastors and them, right? But I be them women and them men and them, he's showing you full 100. Hey, how the place will be in this time when it is here right now. And again, you ain't taking heed to it, and everybody go here. And think like you ain't taking heed, well, your destruction coming on you. And want to the same, right? Even Jeremiah chapter 23.
Book of Jeremiah 3. When it was. And verse 1. Book of Jeremiah chapter 3, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, say the Lord.
So woe means destruction, and thing, right? And again, these Christian leaders and them, they're not going to read this verse for you no time, and thing, right? Because they don't love you, and thing, right? And you don't care about them, and they want to wake up you to look at them and all too again, right? Like, hey, this not gonna be like kryptonite to them, and thing, right? They ain't like this at all. And but the reason for this and all too again is because the Mosai and you know and all too again. If your pastor teaching if you're reading shit, you're seeing it and you're taking it. It's also coming for you and what to say. You knowing that a woman not supposed to be teaching, you're seeing down there, you're taking that, you ain't questioning your pastor and thing. And then after now you want to know what going on with you and thing, right? Same thing and all too. So that's how this pastors and them, that's what the Most is saying. Destruction coming for them and all too. Destruction coming for you and all too the same way and all too again. Because why? You're not looking for that future. Like what's with the that's like with the script the pastors them saying. Just like with the first reading, you speak unto you smooth things. You see it here, right here. Woe unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, say the Lord and thing like that. You see now there, and you realize that hey, you're going on. I'm not talking the truth thing. I'm not letting black people know that hey, you God chosen people. Christ is a black man. You carry poor corruptions and lopsided. You can't go in them bars, seeing your sisters and them naked and supporting that whole scene and seeing them and supporting all them scene and things like that. Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, you ain't telling all them things like that and thing and making them discontinue serving the Most High. You ain't changing the ways and all to the same way again, right? And that's what the Most High is saying to all you pastors. And this is for we own pastors and all too, and also these other nations and them too again. Most High coming upon all y'all. Destruction. And the word woe mean destruction, right? Where the verse 2?
Verse 2. Therefore, thus say the Lord of God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock, driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit you upon the evil of your doings, say the Lord.
We're going to watch this. This is the Most High warning all these pastors and them and thing, right? You scatter all my people, you ain't teach them nothing. You take the tithes every week upon week, months upon months, years upon years, and thing like that. You take the tithe, they don't know who it is, you're getting them sick, you're putting them in jail, you're putting them in the grave, and thing like that. You didn't do nothing for them, and all you do, that's